We are going live. Cool, cool, cool. A legend, welcome. Had to make sure to start with a balloon because it's a celebration. I was debating for pretty much the entire day about whether to do pizza or not. And I decided, in the theme of celebrating the PB, that I would do it. I don't know if I'm going to do it the whole day. I'm considering just doing a couple and then just kind of... because I have a file that I'm working on 100% completion for. Maybe we could work towards that on stream. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, thank you. What would you do if you were this child? You just saw Spider-Man swing towards you. He's carrying a construction worker. Just gives you the balloon and walks away. You remember that for the rest of your life. I've been pretty good. Like I said, PB'd the other day, so that's always good. There is no mission in progress. I can't deliver pizza while a mission isn't there. What mission? Mission's over. He's safe. Do I have to wait for him to despawn? Like, if I do this, which at least... no, he's still there. Sometimes this game's weird, like, you have to, like, leave and wait for the whatever dude to despawn, and then you can start it. I agree with that statement, Nate, from what I remember. Kid, I've never forgotten. I think I hate saying this because I'm usually lying, but I think I'm gonna maybe do a no reset here. Just start out to do the whole shebang, even with movement like that. Okay, well once I get one that doesn't have a terrible pizza one, we'll do a no reset. How about that?
This should be a safe spot.
That'll be the condition.
I'll start there.
Yeah, these past I literally last minute decided to do this. First I wasn't gonna stream today, and then I was like, okay, I'll stream, but I don't know what I'm gonna do. And then like 30 seconds ago, I was like, alright, let's just do pizza.
An empty delivery bag means it's time to head back.
Respawn glitch. I found out how it works, but it's basically the same as doing H-Crater, and then... okay, so you might as... what you're saying is you might as well just make a new save file.
I'll start there.
You know, Nate, I've been there. Sometimes you're doing chapter 7 and it just feels like it takes a week. No, that's sick. I'm looking forward to it.
Careful, Spidey. Remember, pizza doesn't like things slow. That was my last delivery. I better hurry back.
Really looking forward to watching it. I swear this time, once it's out, I'm not going to wait like a week to watch it, or however long I waited. We'll just do it right away. Also, I apologize if my lighting is weird today. One of the overhead lights in my room just died, like, an hour ago. So, it's just going to look like I'm in the dark, but... not much I can really do about that right now.
That was my last delivery. I better hurry back.
Yeah, that creepypasta stuff. I don't even know how you come across these situations. That's sick, Nate. That's gonna be cool.
That looks like a good place to make my first. Hard to resist doing aerial acrobatics, but the pizza won't survive if I'm not careful.
I think today we might do a few things today on stream. I've got like a kind of, not like a full, but just like a small Peter Parker challenge idea that I might try out.
All right, an empty delivery bag means it's time to head back.
And then I might just like fuck around for a while and do some weird shit. Maybe do some casual 100% completion stuff. Just kind of have a chill to myself after the any percent grind. Although I will be returning to any percent before long, to be sure. Because I need to stay good, at least for the next half a month or so. Wasn't aware Jesus was in this game. Yeah. That's got to be one of those like game facts. Oh well, you could unlock Jesus if you get 100% completion and then go to the Daily Bugle at 11 p.m. Has like that same energy. Yeah, you can just run on water as Jesus, but he can't swing, so he's actually not that good.
That looks like a good place to make my first.
And it's like you can't die, but you have to wait 3 real life days to respawn, so it's there's kind of not really a reason to do it.
I have to rein in the stunts. The pizza's gonna be destroyed. I have to rein in the stunts. The pizza's gonna be destroyed. I'd better return the bag now that I'm finished with my delivery.
If I was ready for it, I was gonna do the myth busting today, where we would look at all the weird myths for this game, but I kind of need. I'm gonna definitely need a 100% save file to check for all those myths that say you need to have 100%, and I just don't have it yet. It's not done. I've been chipping away on it in my free time, but it's like that guy from Chapter, yeah. The guy who's like, oh no, there's aliens robbing the convenience store, and then he just fucking runs through the nearest building and into the ocean. I swear New York is crazy sometimes.
I have to be careful. That pizza will get ruined if I flip too much. Hard to resist doing aerial acrobatics, but the pizza won't survive if I'm not careful.
Yeah, swing speed 8 is crazy. I definitely can't, like, do any percent and pizza percent. I can't be in practice 100% for both at the same time. It's just, like, it's too hard. It's so different.
All the world is mine.
What's up, Steel? All races when? Eventually. I actually thought about doing it today, but it's a lot of setup. Like, I have to set up my notes app and find the splits, because I've switched to my computer, and then once you do, it's just like, there's so much D-rust before I can get good again. And I'm not really in a place to commit to that right now, so. But the answer is eventually, I guess. Oh. Pro speedrunner, by the way. Fly PD, yeah, that's the mod team.
Better return the bag now
Team,
that I've
quote
finished
unquote.
my delivery.
It's just like Nate and also people that I know IRL.
This should be a safe spot to change.
What can I say? Pizza percent's is just harder, obviously.
I'll
Oh,
start
yeah, Strudel's a
there.
mod, isn't he? Right? He's got to be by now.
Good. Hard to resist doing aerial acrobatics, but that was my last delivery. I better hurry back. Better change while no one is around.
Ooh, sub 3. That's a pretty big. That's nice, Legend.
Well, no one's around. I better change while I have a chance.
It's always good whenever you break an hour mark.
That looks like a good place to make my first. It's hard to resist doing aerial acrobatics, but the pizza won't survive if I'm not careful. I put the pizzas.
What would I recommend as a starting category? I'm always going to say any percent. I think it's one, you know, the game was meant to be beaten. You don't need to make a save file for it. You can just go. You literally don't even need a route if you're like starting out. Like if you just want to make splits, you could literally just play the game.
No one's around. I better change while I have a chance.
And it's, in my opinion, still the most fun category.
It's Spider-Man!
I'll start there.
Yeah, all the post-game categories are one, you have to make a save file, and two, difficult to even finish a run, so... Not that I'm saying you shouldn't do them. I'm just saying start with any percent, and then once you've got some skills built up, maybe try out pizza or Shutterbug if you're weird like me. I thought about doing Shutterbug as well, but I'm like not at all in practice for that, and I'm definitely I at least like remember stuff for pizza percent, even if my muscle memory is not all there. Hey Koba.
All right, an empty delivery bag means it's time to head back.
I do think I'm gonna pivot from pizza percent pretty quick though. Don't think we'll be here all night. Pivot to what is the question though?
Better change while
Shutterbug with glides could be cool, now that I'm thinking about it. But I'd want to watch my my PB first.
I'll start there.
Yeah, and Lover Not a Fighter is funny just because like I haven't beaten my PB in that for 3 years, and I think it'd just be kind of fun to see how long it lasts. If I just don't touch it, if somebody's eventually gonna smell the free WR and beat it. My PB isn't even like that good in that, to be honest.
It's hard to resist doing aerial acrobatics, but the pizza won't survive if I'm not careful. That's it for the pizza. Now to get back and return the.
Yeah, but then you would have to play on console, Nate. Ooh, Nate has a PS2, it's over. I think because I'm trying to think because 3 years ago, yeah, like how good I was in 2018. I'm so much better at the game now. There's no way that that's not a free win.
Careful, Spidey. Remember, pizza doesn't like being flipped.
I don't know what this route is, but I'm going this way. Oh, let's go right in the basket. Yeah, I mean, at that point, you're not even stealing it. There's nobody to steal it from.
All right, an empty delivery bag means it's time to head back. That looks like a good place to make my first.
This is like the whole reason that I wanted to play Pizza Percent was that glide.
I have to rein in the stunts. The pizza's gonna be destroyed.
Yeah, Legend, if you have a capture card, just beat me. Grab the WR.
The pizza's gonna be destroyed. Careful, Spidey. Remember, pizza doesn't like being.
Isn't a pizza job risky for Spider-Man? I mean, he's got to make ends meet somehow.
All right, an empty delivery bag means it's time to head back.
If you mean Pizza Percent, you need to make a. You're gonna need to make a save file for it, and you're gonna need to. Well, actually, go to the leaderboard for Spider-Man 2, and there's a guide under the guide section on how to make a post-game save file, and that'll tell you all you need to know.
That looks like a good place to make my first.
Unless you mean any percent, which is different. You can just do that whenever.
If I flip the pizzas, Mr. Aziz will flip out.
Going the wrong way. Yeah, I think you can get a link to the leaderboard by typing ! leaderboard, and then Nightbot will sort you out.
Careful, Spidey. Remember, pizza doesn't like being flipped. I have to hurry, Mr. Aziz.
God, I don't
Tell
want
me
to.
if I'm late.
I don't want to destroy this pizza. That would just be embarrassing. Oh, thank you. What a kind message. Wow, okay, I am so... Swing Speed 8 just straight up feels wrong at this point. I think my plan right now is I'm just gonna finish out this run, and then... Honestly, I might just go back to any percent. Real quick. I've been really I think that's where my heart lies, even though I just PB'd. If you get world record, it won't be long until I take it back. I mean, that's true.
All the world is my dress.
But then it becomes a competition, right? Then you can take it back from me.
I'll start there.
That's when the fun begins. This guy is just doing everything but taking the pizza. people could just figure out that he's working at the pizza place. I mean, what if they ask him? Mr. Aziz just says no. He's like, no, I don't. I respect my employees' confidentiality. Like, yes, Spider-Man works here, but I'm not telling you. I don't know what his name is, or I'm not telling you who he is. Because Mr. Aziz obviously knows. Obviously. You think Mr. Aziz cares about his employees? I think he cares about his business, right? And I think it's in his best interest as a businessman, and probably for his own life and safety, to be publicly unaware of who Spider-Man is, right? He's like, oh, I don't know who Spider-Man is, you know, like Jameson, who says, you know, his stuff comes in the mail. He's like, I don't know who he is. Like, sure, I'm somewhat related, but, you know, I can't tell you anything. Just think about it. If you're own a pizza place and, like, word's getting around that Spider-Man delivers pizzas for you, you want to keep up that aura of mystery that Spider-Man has. You don't want to be like, oh, Spider-Man's actually, like, this college kid that works for me. That's not good for business. I'm destroying the pizza. Oh God, cursed message. This is the challenge run. I only have one flip left. I've been, like, not paying attention. I've just been talking to chat. Oh, did I destroy the pizza and not realize it? Is that what just happened? Alright, watch this, watch this. I'll show you this is a speed running trick. This is a little, only the best do this. Compare against. Oh wait, that didn't actually change anything. What is that? Never mind. I thought you could. Can you not do this in live split anymore? You can't compare against worse segments. I wanted to, like, make it look like I was super green, but you really can't do that anymore. Wow. Live split bad. Shut up, child. I thought you were talking to me for a second. I was like, excuse me?
I should make my first delivery.
Yeah, swing speed 8 just feels wild right now. I don't know why. My brain just refuses to comprehend it. But I look like a day one scrub. Imagine a child being despawned for a pizza mission. Oh, you don't have to imagine. We just witnessed it. We saw that child cease to exist right in front of our very eyes.
That's it for the pizza. Now to get back and return the bag.
Someone hit a blue star. Time to stop existing. Oh, thank you, Mel. I appreciate it.
Come on, Spidey, quick!
I'll start there.
Turn to Pizza Parker. Yeah, just for this one run. Just for this run. This is just a celebration run. Good bonk. That bonk seems to work every time. Ordered a pizza with Mountain Dew. Let's see what I'm wondering. This Joe's Pizza is a real restaurant. That's the one they used in the movie. Do they use Pepsi products? Could you order a Mountain Dew at Joe's Pizza? Or would you have to go to the gas station across the street? Because, you know, there's like there's a probability, right, that, you know, you go up to Joe's Pizza and you order a Mountain Dew and they're like, we have Mellow Yellow, is that okay? That's the Coke one, right? Mellow Yellow? That's like Coke's Mountain Dew. Yeah, it's real. Oh, thanks, DC.
I'll start there.
What am I doing?
Hard to resist doing aerial acrobatics, but the pizza won't survive if I'm not careful. Hard to resist doing aerial acrobatics, but the pizza won't survive if I'm not careful.
I'm having like all this terrible movement, and then I try to swing through Central Park and it goes great. Just got a 740. I mean, if that was like your first try, that's pretty good. Nice. I think that was better than my first try. I'm trying to remember what I got. VOD is probably out there somewhere, because I try not to delete any of my PBs, even if I get multiple in a day.
Hard to resist doing aerial acrobatics, but the pizza won't survive if I'm not careful.
Come on. Oh god, you don't look. Everybody don't look, you can pretend I'm still good at the game. This is why being in practice is important. Dang, we got some Lover Not a Fighter competition in here, even though there's only one run on the leaderboard.
That looks like a good place to make my first.
Yeah, pizza percent is like actually somewhat optimized now, which is kind of weird. You'd have to pause. Oh god, because it was trying to load in. Yeah, that sounds like a fucked up PS2. I don't know, PS2 discs, I feel like they just got messed up at such a high rate. I don't know why. I had a PS2 as a kid and that just always happened. I think the devs foresaw people beating these fast because they made so much of the races and optional missions like this one so hard. They probably didn't see people, you know. Imagine they didn't foresee speedrunning being a thing, but they knew that people were gonna get good. The buoy glide?
But the pizza won't survive if I'm not careful.
Okay. Redeemed. I got the buoy glide. It's already better than my PB. Just casually gold the last split after a whole run of reds.
This is good. When my customers are happy,
That's funny.
I am happy.
Well, at least this run wasn't good for nothing. Who the hell orders a pizza at a buoy? I don't know. We should have asked them while we were there. Well, what should I do now? I don't want to. I'm kind of. I've decided. You know, I kind of gave Pizza Percent a celebratory run there, but I don't think I want to go back to grinding it right now. I do need to stay in shape for any percent, so I'm thinking of doing that. The other option that I'm thinking of is I've got a file that I'm working on towards 100% completion. We could do some of that, which would just be me doing random races and random missions and stuff like that. Maybe we'll do that for a while. I'm gonna change the title to Spider-Man 2 100% completion. Should that be the... I don't know. What do you even call that? 100% completion? Progress? I know. Working on 100% completion, and then we put Spider-Man 2 in parentheses. Boom. Ooh, save file. Yeah, I should put save file in there. 100% save file. This file actually already has all the tokens. So let me show you what we're working with here. And you know what I could probably do? Probably... God, OBS is being an asshole. Probably do something like that, so that chat's a little bit bigger. Put you guys at the bottom. Yeah, see, I've got all the hint markers, all the secret tokens, all of the skyscraper, you know, all the other tokens. I think I've done all the pizza missions and all the Mary Jane dates and all the... everything else. I think all that's left is... let's look at the awards. So, all the races I need to do. And then... let's see. So, looks like I've done some of the random events. Like, I don't need to worry about... purse snatchers or balloons. Anything else? Looks like everything else I need to worry about. These are story ones. Yeah, chat box is weird. Maybe I can fix it if I just go like, instead of 600, we just make it like 20, no, like 3,000 height. Oh, that 3,000 height is way more height than I thought it was. Hang on. 2,000. That should work, probably. You know, get jacked for 100% besides bragging rights and achievement, but you do get bragging rights and an achievement. And the main reason that I'm doing this is for that stream where we test all those shitty myths online that are like, if you can unlock Luigi by getting 100% and then beating the arena 10 times, or, you know, whatever. You unlock Kermit. Hell yeah. I wish you got faster wall crawling. So the strat that I've been doing is, one, if you see a race that hasn't been done, do it. And then I just kind of chill by the ocean so that I can get boat rescue spawns, because those are so annoying to get. And then if you see a purple dot that you don't have, do it. Bernie, you're thinking of you're kind of right. You're thinking of the wall sprint upgrade 2 that you get if you get all the skyscraper tokens. You can buy wall sprint upgrade 2. The Joker. Joker's like, I bet you're wondering how I got all these secret tokens. That's my Joker voice. that's my best one. I forgot. So I've never played Persona 5, and it took me like 3 seconds. I was like, wait. Joker's not in Persona 5, right? Like, there's no way they'd put the superhero villain in that game. He doesn't fit. And then I was like, oh, wait, that's like what the main character is, right? It took me a second. Do I think platformers should get harder at the end of the game? It depends on the type of platformer. And really, difficulty curve is weird. Like, ideally you don't want the end of the game... IMO, you don't want the end of the game to feel significantly harder than the beginning. It should be more challenging, but it should be about the same difficulty, because by the end of the game the players should have learned a lot. Maybe it feels a little bit more difficult, but the accomplishment should be like, I'm good enough at this that this thing that is clearly more difficult is easier for me because I've gotten better. Frogger the Great Quest. Oh yes, I'm very familiar with that game. But I also, you know, like, some platformers don't even really need to be hard. And also, we haven't even gotten into, like, 2D versus 3D. I don't know much about Pac-Man Adventures, but I really liked Pac-Man World 2 as a child. And the game has dope speedruns.
Don't worry, I'm on it.
Yeah, those robot missions are why I think, like, a potential 100% route would do a lot of the green missions during the story, because they don't appear until, like, chapter 14 or whatever.
I have issues with carjacking.
Yeah, I think Hat in Time is one that I need to try. Oh, that Hero Punch got all of them, holy shit. Oh my god, they got shreked. I don't think I've ever shreked a 4-man squad this hard. I can't believe that Hero Punch hit them all. I have done 100%, but I deleted the save file, so...
Webslinger just showed up.
Oh, these guys suck. Okay, that guy lived.
But then I can take you right, guys.
There he goes. You see about the bullets? Yeah. Something that I'm wondering, Nate, is like you said that they're more likely to go for the accurate shit when you're close. But when I was I remember one time I was trying to die in the art gallery, and they just would not like accurately shoot at me. All they would do is spray randomly all over the place, even when I was like right next to them.
Over here!
What's up?
Spider-Man, don't let that person fall!
Disprove the human. I mean, there's not actually that much. The worst memorizing bits would be secret token and a little bit of skyscraper and hideout. But other than that, a lot of it, the worst part of 100% is gonna be just like playing the game. Like doing all the 25 of each random mission. And the rest of it's just like mashing a bunch of other speedruns that I've already done together. They have two, okay, so if they only have one, then they'll be, so the one SMG guys might be more dangerous than the two SMG guys.
Hey.
Could you help me? Spidey, you gotta stop those robbers. They're holding up an armored car.
Crime doesn't pay.
Whatever.
So we can kind of consider this stream like kind of research towards 100%, because there's a few things that I've been wondering. Well, let me just take these guys out. Please no, car. Fuck you.
Back to the car, on the double.
So these guys that are kneeling, do they count towards anything? Like, does tying them up do anything towards, like, the requirements for 100%, or do you just give your points? That's what I was gonna test that, but I would like to have these guys taken care of first. But who knows if they'll still be there when I come back. Let's see. No, they're gone. Well, we'll get it figured out eventually. I don't know what it means to decorate a line of dialogue, I'm gonna be honest. That's a purse snatcher, I don't need to worry about them, but I can despawn them by talking to this person.
Something in this town.
Spider-Man, you gotta help those people.
It gives hero points. I know that. But in 100% completion, I really don't care about the hero points at all.
Well, I'll do what I can.
Alright. As much as I want to fuck up this boat on purpose, I kind of... Boat completions are so important, so I need to not do it. Oh, memorize the dialogue? I mean, I'm sure I memorize a lot of it. And just remember it, but... The thing with the boat rescues is this is a really good boat spawn, because look at how close it is to the shore here, but some of them you have to do, like, some crazy jumps to actually make it.
Don't worry, I'm here to rescue you.
Here, like, I have so much room to spare. The first one with children in an open world game. Yeah, it's probably because you don't have guns, so you can't just shoot the kids.
Don't worry, I'm here to rescue you.
Although I guess in Ultimate Spider-Man, you do have Venom who can just fucking eat the kids,
Your boat
so...
seems to be sinking.
I think that game is the same rating as this one. This is the thing, see, there's an event, these people exist so I can't activate this race. Like, I need to despawn them and come back. What's going on over here? Gang war? Yeah, gang war. You can tell it's a gang war when it's like you get close and you still can't see what's going on. Like, they don't have an LOD for gang wars or something, I don't know.
About a career change.
Oh, he's still alive? Yeah, USM is only for real hardcore teenagers. Only the edgiest are allowed. Gang wars are silenced until you're... Yeah. It's kind of a shame because the AI behind gang wars is like kind of cool. You can like actually see them fighting and shit. I think they actually do damage to each other. I could be wrong. But then it's like you can only see that when you are really careful about not getting too close. Wow. Am I bad? Am I bad at the game now? Guess we'll see. If I get the mega time or not. Oh, it's this one, there's no way that's getting mega time. I'm gonna have to restart. The easiest insane race. I'm not sure. I would need to like see all the insane races one by one, because sometimes I forget some of them. And also it becomes a little bit different, like right now I'm going for mega times instead of just completing it. Oh god, what am I doing? How does that not count? Mega time is 47. That's rough. Let's try to remember how this one works. People say dual swing is useless. I still can't believe that wall jump didn't count either time. People you eat don't die. I mean, the game can say that, but I just, like, will straight up never believe it. This isn't gonna be enough. This loop sucks too much for it to work. Yeah. I need, like, a not slow loop there. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, I just refuse to believe that Venom didn't kill that kid when he ate him in Ultimate, like... It doesn't make any sense why you would live. Okay, this wall jump, I need to, like, actually set it up, because just winging it isn't working. They made that wall jump, like, just far enough away that a charge jump will do it. Excuse me, car. That's the swing I've been trying to get. That's what you want. You want like a teeny tiny little loop. And I'm slow-moing this because I don't want to lose. Alright, we've done it. That's one of those ones that just becomes a lot harder once you have to mega time it. I've still never really played a GTA game.
Hi, my name is Spider-Man, and I'll be your superhero today.
People kill guns.
Spider-Man! Some
Sounds
kind of
nice.
robots are attacking people!
Is this a robot? God damn it. No. What? He's behind the wall. He's not even there.
Everybody running.
Sounds like more of those suits from that auction. I'll have to deal with them fast.
Look at this. This guy, how did he get here? He's just, he's on the other side of the wall. Although,
Try not to run into my fist with your face.
that does let me do that, which is fun. You gotta like these guys because they just don't give up even if you're behind a wall.
Hope your insurance is paid up. Lose your keys? May sting a little.
Yeah, that's probably the safe way to do it. I don't got time for that. You give a good amount of hero points compared to the other missions.
Trouble!
The guy didn't die? I thought I threw him in the water. And, oh, he just saw me. I was wondering what he was doing back there. I guess I could probably do this too, since I don't have splits. We could make me just like a little bit bigger. That's too big. It's too big.
I need to talk to you!
We'll do like one of these. There we go.
Spidey!
Yeah. Or you could do like the real scrub way, which is in the mission where you're with Cap fighting them. Just have her fuck off somewhere else and have her fight them over like the next hour. Oh wow, somehow none of them went in. Oh. God, he went flying. Yeah. Oh, we should do that. Because I've done the spinning pile driver off the Empire State Building, but when I did it, I didn't know that you could spin faster by pressing dodge. What order would I complete 100% in? That's something that there's like a few things that you could do. But I think it would be different, like the main story would be pretty different from,
superhero today.
A car just hit that guy.
would be
He
pretty
needs to go to
different
the
from,
hospital.
say,
Oh, the pain.
like an any percent speed run. I think I would probably do a lot of green dot missions during the story, to get, because hang on, what is it called? I forget what they call them. Battles Royale, I think, are what they called. The robots mission is a battle royale, is what it calls it, and that's just like any hero or supervillain minion. And obviously, like Mysterio's robots or Doc Ock's thugs are way faster to kill than the green robots, so I might do like a lot of green dot missions during the story. But I think I would do like story,
Just in time.
then get all the tokens to get Wellspring upgrade 2, then probably like pizza, bugle, no. I think I would do races. I would do a bunch of races to get.
Trying to save for line of work.
I'd have to figure out how to get the 50k hero points and what order. That guy just got shot, like straight up. But I would need, what's it called? Swing speed 8, and then after that it kind of doesn't matter.
There's some
PUBG,
kind of
yes.
fight happening over there.
I can't believe they put Fortnite in Spider-Man 2. Buoy tokens would probably be like the first thing to go right after right after the story, just because they're like easy to get and give a lot of hero points, and I kind of need them for swing speed 8. And they don't really require you to swing fast at all to be faster to get them.
Bad idea.
Is there a ballpark estimate? There are several, and nobody agrees on what it is. I think it would be somewhere around 8 to 10 hours, but everybody kind of says that I'm wrong, so...
You guys are such a nuisance.
How do you miss that? How do you miss that hero punch? Come on, man. Hey, it was like the perfect setup. And then he just straight up whiffed. Is this a purse snatcher? Okay, it is. I don't care. I don't need any more purse snatchers, lady. Sorry.
Something wrong?
I think the police
Want
are
to do something
chasing
cool?
someone.
You know it.
A car just came through here going way too fast.
I'm sure the police can catch those guys, but someone could get hurt in the meantime. Let me see if I can help. Tag, you're in.
I was not paying attention. Oh god, no. God damn it, police. You're supposed to help. No, not again. Not again. You ever just get humbled by one of the random green dot missions?
Say goodnight, Gracie.
Web tie 4 enemies, then attack, followed by jump. For the easiest quad hero punch ever. I will keep that in mind for the next gang war that I see. That'd be pretty dope, Bernie. I wonder, like, who keeps the source code? Does Treyarch have the source code, or is it Activision? Because it's, like, you know, published by them. I'm also thinking when the 100% speedrun happens, whenever that is, not necessarily soon, reminder, that I'm gonna make, like, a program that just, like, keeps track of everything for
My
me,
name is Spider-Man, and
so I don't
I'll
have
be
to
your
keep checking if I
superhero.
have X award or anything. We could make it look really cool.
I just saw
And
someone being carjacked.
why would they keep the source code? Why wouldn't they? You don't want to look like Square Enix having to remake Kingdom Hearts 1 from scratch for the remake because they forgot the source code.
Hey, pull over.
It's just a bad look. Also, games preservation. I mean, I know that publishers
Coming
don't
at
care
ya.
about it, but it's just kind of in their interest too, in
That all you got?
case they ever need it. Another thing that might be interesting that we could do today, because, you know, this is just kind of an open stream and I'm just kind of chilling. At some point, if people are interested, I could review my my recent PB, the 55. I could do some commentary for it.
Yo,
Could analyze it a little bit.
Car down the street is being robbed.
You really think you're going to win?
It sure looks that way, don't it?
leave it to me.
Do that. Maybe I will. Maybe we'll do, how long have I been streaming? Maybe we'll do like an hour more of this and then I'll do it. We'll see. Okay, so there's one guy web balled, there's two. There's three. What did Nate say? Web tie 4, then a punch, jump, and then hero punch after. Alright.
Couldn't even wait for it to get to the bank, huh? Shame on
Alright,
you.
you're not wrong.
Traffic
That
jam.
did jumble them up, although I missed that last guy.
Whoa, the Spider-Man.
Well. What
I actually
have
webbed
we
this guy, he
here?
didn't just dodge it.
Hey, fuck!
Do y'all know that you can charge your... I actually learned this recently by reading one of the green hit markers. But you can charge your throw. Like, when you throw out of a grapple, if you hold the throw button before you throw, you'll throw them further. I never knew that. Doesn't really change anything, but it's fun. This is where he ended up.
You just lost the Spidey lottery.
I just always find it fun when there's like all this weird dumb shit that I know about this game, and then there's like some intentional game mechanic that I just didn't know. Yeah, that would be really cool, Bernie. Just to have like an actual PC port. Like, I don't know how hard that shit is to do, but maybe I could.
Look,
If I had the source code, there's like a non-zero chance that I could do that myself.
On my way. I've got you. Don't worry.
Unfortunately, there's no weird place you can put these guys. They don't let you like put them on weird buildings. It's kind of sad. Yeah, they just find like 5 dead bodies of gang members, and they're like, well, it was either a shooting or Spider-Man was here recently. Yeah, I use OBS for streaming. I don't even know if there's anything else anybody uses these days. I mean, I think some people used to use XSplit, but I don't know if that's even a thing anymore.
They're shooting up everything. You have to stop them before it's too late. Please don't hurt me.
Out of the way!
More robots.
Must be more of those powered armor suits. I better get over there fast.
I find it weird, like, the civilians are always the one that see the robots. It's never, like, you never just see them. Oh god, did you see that civilian just got ragdolled and he's flying all over the place? See if we can get that to happen. Like, there's no way these kids aren't just dead, right? All these people just chilling in the street.
This was a bad idea.
They use Sony Vegas to stream? I've never heard of that. Like, ever.
I think you see.
Not even close. Why do they harass only 1 or 2 people in the cutscene? I don't know, well, the game actually lagged for a little bit there during that fight when all the civilians were there, so maybe that's why GameCube just like couldn't handle it or something. But I mean, my experience with Sony Vegas was using it years ago to try to edit video, and all it did was crash, so I can't imagine that I would want to use it to try to stream. OBS is free. You're not wrong. Yeah, Hero Punch is good. It's also like one of the best, if not the best, like AoE moves. Like you can just hit as many people as in the range. Let's do this race. Oh, you mean like for video editing? Yeah. Go to 0. Oh, without it like while it's blinking, like in one chain. Try that. I feel like you just swing in a straight line really fast and don't fuck up, right? I think 4-hit air combo is the best move in the game, but if you're not like counting a combo and just one, if you only had to have one move, I would choose Hero Punch for my move. It also like auto combos into uppercut, which is really good.
Out of my way, you moron. You get your license from a cereal box.
I will never trash talk Windows Movie Maker. You got me through so much. And sometimes, like, I know there's like kind of better, like you could argue a Vitamux is a better option these days. But like, if I just need to make a simple cut and I don't want to open like a super hardcore, RAM-intensive, 3 million buttons video editing software, you can just go to Movie Maker. It'll do the trick. Oh yeah, the spinny kick counter. Yeah, I get a comments every once in a while. They're like, "Why don't you use that?" And the answer is always because you have to set it up, and it's hard to set up, and you also have to buy it if it's an 80% run. Used during early YouTube. Oh, Fraps. People used Fraps. I have Fraps. Fun fact: a few years ago, I was cleaning out my computer, and I was like, I couldn't figure out where like 100 gigabytes was being taken up from. I was like, what is taking up all this data? Like, where are these files? And there he goes. And then I found a Fraps folder from like 5 years ago that it was like 100 gigabytes, and it was one video file from a recording that was like an hour and a half long, and that one file was 100 gigabytes. So that's about how good Fraps was.
Let's get you out of here.
Oh, I never had Bandicam. I might have been like too old or too young for that. Great. It's a great place.
Dirty. I'm glad I didn't end up in there.
Find a safe line of work. You guys are such a nuisance. Coming at ya. You got it.
The guy. Oh, the warehouse was right there. I guess I could have done it. I wasn't paying attention. Next boat, I'll put him somewhere weird. For sure. Flying Helix? There's no way that's what that move was called. Default, yeah, they would just put their phone up to it. And people had the like $10 easy cap capture card that only recorded in 240p. Looking for... I'm trying to see sinking. Okay, I've only done 5 sinking boat rescues. That's not good. I need 20 more.
Problems?
Spidey,
Yeah, that's just how Fraps was. Anybody who used it would tell you how bad it was for video compression.
Okay, no time to lose.
But it was all we had. OBS wasn't a thing, and like everything else was expensive or hard to find.
Try not to run into my fist with your face.
They have like hyper armor when they're getting out of the car. It's funny. You can just hero punch them and they don't care. They take the damage, but they don't get ragdolled or anything. Hero punch, spider, reflexes, uppercut, 4-hit, web yank. I can imagine that killing pretty much anything. But like, What enemy can you even... I guess, like, the dock thugs in the bank. I was trying to think of, like, what enemy has even enough health that you can web yank that to get through that whole combo. Some community will let you use, like, your phone, but, yeah, I think the right solution is, like, the one that we use in the leaderboard, where it's, like, you can use... You have to have video, but it can be, like, really shitty if it's underneath a certain time. Like, if your run is bad, then you can have bad video.
Hey, over here.
What you need?
Would I do a Superman 64 playthrough?
I saw him.
I think that's gonna have to be a no.
I'm sorry, Spidey.
I think I've seen enough of Superman 64 to know that it's probably not in the cards. Could you please come over here instead of throwing beer bottles at me?
Way to go!
What is this stuff?
Go get him!
Help, please!
What will you do now? Oh, he's just gonna throw more beer bottles at me. What a coward. He should have run at me. Favorite era? Probably like, I think like 2000 through 2000. Where do you cut off that era, right? Probably like 2006 when, like, you know, the next gen consoles were the standard. So many good games in that time. Yeah, the bottles just go the way that they throw them and they don't care about gravity. I think worst era is, like 2008 through 2012 or so, probably. Lots of good games in there, don't get me wrong, but it was so much, like, brown quick time event games. There were so many. Like, it was just, like, these gray, dull games with no real gameplay. Or, like, Call of Duty clones. Whirlwind kick? Yeah, that sounds right. Can't some, super villain minions spawn as an ambush? I'm not sure. I don't think in the post game they can. Either way, I think that's they keep track of that as its own thing. Let me see. Ambush, yeah, it's ambush is avenged, it's its own stat. So I imagine that it wouldn't count for both either way. Get to round 100 in Dodge Hall. That sounds incredibly painful. Plus, I already have the award for unlocking all the arcade games.
Hey, I think the police are chasing someone.
Oh, thank you,
A car
Tyler.
just came through here way too fast.
I'm sure the police can catch those guys, but someone could get hurt in the meantime. Let me see if I
Oh,
can...
I see that you're living up to your name, DC. It's extremely easy after round 20. I don't think it's about how difficult it is. I'm gonna be honest, it just doesn't sound very fun. Also, my, I think it would be specifically bad because, with my current setup, my audio is slightly delayed, and I feel like the visual cue isn't very good there, so you kind of have to rely on the audio.
You're going to hurt someone.
So I would actually probably be kind of bad at it, on top of that.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
It doesn't stand for Detective Comics. I don't think, good old Detective Comics thinks so either. Otherwise, they wouldn't be redundant. I've got reflexes.
Problem?
Just,
Spider-Man,
I don't trust
some
them.
thugs are shooting at the police.
Come out with your hands up.
Shooting? I'll
Yeah.
deal with it.
I kind of miss it. I feel like games are just getting bigger, but like I feel like hard drives aren't getting that much bigger because we kind of got caught up in the switch to SSD. Which, don't get me wrong, SSDs are fucking amazing. But like the price offset of having to switch to SSD means that like now that we have to get a big SSD to hold all these big ass games, it's just you have to spend so much more.
Take a nap, Zap.
What is this?
Yeah, and then you look at these memory cards that are like 8 megabytes. Which, granted, that they're just holding save files, but... I mean, that's not the only reason, Kova, but... That's just gonna kind of happen when people have bigger resolution displays. You're gonna need like bigger textures, and you can't have like I don't know if anybody's ever played Arkham City on PC, but they like you can tell they weren't intending anybody to be playing this game really above like 720p, because those cutscenes are kind of crusty, the pre-rendered ones. But that's kind of, that's like the rule, right? Like, when squares get bigger, like, if you make a square... Like, if you have a 2x2 square and you turn it into a 4x4, the area is, like, bigger than twice as big, if that makes sense, right? Because there's all that space in the middle that you have to fill in, too. So, it's like things get exponentially larger, which, exponentially might not literally be what it is. But that's the idea is it's not entirely linear. An 8 terabyte SSD. That's the one for me. That actually sounds like it'd be so good. I've got a 1 terabyte SSD and a 1 terabyte hard drive in my computer, and I'm like, I just deleted 400 gigabytes of random stream files the other day. Like, I finally got around to cleaning them out.
Don't worry, he's as good as there.
But it'd be so nice to just be able to keep it all.
Easy does it. You'll be all right.
Well, is it a 256 SSD? Because that's still pretty nice, and you could just drop like $50 on a, probably less these days. But I get like a 1 terabyte hard drive for like 40 now, right? Gotta be. And then just use that for things that you don't need the SSD for. On my Xbox 360, I've got a shitty like 20 gigabyte hard drive, but the only thing I play on that is this anyways, so it doesn't matter. I need I need to get my hands on that like government PS3 supercomputer that's just like 60 PS3s duct taped together. That's what we need to stream. Does anybody remember that? It's real. I thought that was a myth for so long, but I guess the government just actually made a supercomputer that's just like 200 PS3s stitched together.
Hi, my name is Spider-Man.
2 terabyte HDD for 50. That's pretty good.
Goons are holding up that armored
That's
car.
nice. You've just got like a USB with Spider-Man games on it.
It sure looks that way, don't it?
Yes, break time.
Floppy disks. I am old enough to remember, like we had floppy disks around the house when I was growing up for a bit. Alright, here's the thing. So this stat, there's a stat, what's it called? Where is it? Officer assists. Is there an award for that? Peacemaker. Officer assists, 25. So if these count for officer assists, I should hit 25 just by freeing these two. It doesn't seem like they do, though, because I'm not getting an award. Spider-Man 2.mp3.exe.
Couldn't even wait for it to get to the bank, huh?
What am I going to do?
Yep, that does not count as an officer assist. That must be like if the thugs are shooting at the police, that counts as an officer assist, I guess.
You.
Rip the purse, but I also don't need any more purses.
Spider-Man! Hey! Keep
Need a
away
hand?
from me!
Rip to your purse, but I'm built different.
Guys in armored suits are shooting at people randomly. It's horrible. I'm not worth your trouble, really.
Out of the way! Coming
Oh,
through!
Nate, he's
Sound
just,
like one of the suits from that
he thinks it's too
office.
easy and he's nerfing himself. This guy up against the wall? Not quite. Maybe he will be by the time I'm done with this guy. Oh. I feel like when you hit these guys, you should stagger them. It's just annoying to get shot by them while you're hitting them. Is this close enough? No, he's too far from the wall. I wanted to slide cancel kick him.
Or where you fall down.
The last VHS movie was... I feel like they gotta still make VHS movies, right? Because, like, old people exist. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
This may sting a little.
Oh, that's another thing. Reason why Hero Punch is good. You can, like, whiff with the Hero Punch, and then if you're lucky, the uppercut afterwards will just auto hit them in the back, where they won't block it.
Keep away
You
from
got
me,
it.
buddy. Come on.
Hey,
Spidey, look! That guy's gonna fall!
Disney.
Help!
I don't know if I have... I don't think I have any VHS anymore. Maybe, like, in storage
better get
somewhere?
moving.
I don't know.
Easy. You're gonna be okay.
What does this guy count towards? Like, what mission is this? Is there like a guys hanging off buildings stat? Hangers rescue. Oh, yep, there you go. Talk to a guy while crawling on a wall. I'll try to do it one of these days. I'm just glad that there's not one that's like stop the what are they called? The green buildings, stop them from getting robbed, because I've only gotten like 3 of those missions in my life.
Spidey! Someone's car is being stolen!
Won't someone help? I'm being robbed!
Not while I have anything to
Right,
say.
do I need to do carjackings? Have I done enough carjackings? No.
Got it.
Not even close. This is why I'm gonna make like a tracker for the 100% speedruns, so that there's none of that.
I have issues with carjackers.
Ooh, vinyl. I don't think we ever had any of that growing up.
Lucky for you, I
That Hero Punch is busted.
break it up.
How does he dodge that? He's like fully on the ground and he just frame one stands up and dodges it. What a world. Was here's a gang war.
We'll take care of him, then we'll take care of the other guy. Move! Hey! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
I'm just trying. I want to get them all in webs at the same time.
No, give me that back!
All right, I'll just spam whirlwind kick like you want me to. Animated shows. I watched Avatar. I guess it was in my head. It's not too long ago, but that was like a year ago, and that was good.
They would hurt me if I didn't call you. Forgive me.
Wow, another ambush.
Oh no.
Trying to
Please don't
think,
throw me in the fire pack.
because it's like, do you count anime? Do I count like shows that I watched as a kid and liked then, but I don't know if I'd like now?
Take a nap, Zap.
There's one where they can't block heavy hits. See, I feel like, yeah, sometimes they don't block Euro Punch and sometimes they do, so that makes sense. Alright, here's the deal. In 15 minutes, I'm gonna review the run. That's the plan. We'll do this for 15 more minutes.
Over here. Anything I can help with?
Gotta get COVID shot today. That's epic.
Hey, someone's shooting over there.
Surrender immediately. Eat lead.
This is a game of unblockable moves. I mean, nothing. I don't think there's anything. I mean, unless you count like web ball, they can't block that. I guess you could maybe count like whirlwind kick, but that's a counter. So
Think about a career.
wow, the police just fucking shot me in the back.
I think you zigged when you should have zagged.
That works. Hang on, you can like extend their momentum by yanking them up. Oh god, the cops are just shooting him while he's on the ground.
Look out!
Get to the car!
You saw him splash in the background. I love. You can just see their bald heads poking through the top of the car,
It
like
won't get far. Time to put a
they're
stop
just
to this
poking out the
joyride.
top.
Is that all you got?
There's a single unblockable move and it's terrible. What is it? What's your favorite Spider-Man game? Oh, this one, no question. It's like not close. I mean, this is honestly at this point, this is just my favorite game, period. Oh, Spider Missile's unblockable? That's funny. If only Super Spider Missile existed and was not just a myth. Yeah. This one was also my favorite before I started speedrunning it. Oh, that's not I thought that was the end of the... I'm like not up to date with which races are which at this point. When you need to wall jump? Guess not.
What's wrong with you people?
You're stopping one way or another.
Moron. Get your license from a cereal bag. You just...
Hey, I told you.
Wait, it'll hit Rhino and Doc Ock while they're invulnerable? Does that mean, could you, like, potentially kill Doc Ock without, what's it called? Without disabling the switches? Best source of hero points? Definitely races. They just give you so much for so little time investment if you get them first try. It would take several hundred hits. I'm not hearing a no. So you're saying there's a chance. Spider, you ever Google Spider Missile from Spider-Man 2 and get put on a list? For this one. Yeah, that is one of the harder parts of making a save file for post-game, is you can't, like, all the good sources of hero points are, like, used in categories that need you to not do them for the save file. But at least Arena's repeatable. Like, look how many hero points I just got for, like, I just got 1,200 for, like, a minute of investment. And some of them give you way more for less time. First Snatcher, don't care. Don't care. Boss rounds give about 13k. Ooh, that's nice. Maybe we should do some arena real quick. Like, as a... Because I haven't done any arena on this, and I want to have... I know it doesn't technically count towards 100%, but I still want to have it done. And it's going to be the same... When I do the 100% speedrun, whenever that is, I want to do arena as part of it anyways, just because I feel like you gotta... It's south side? God damn it. I'm a goofball. I wasn't paying attention. I think I, like, saw that it was that way and then went north anyways. No, it doesn't count. It doesn't count. It doesn't give you any percentage. Yeah, you gotta buy it from the store after you beat the game. I don't remember if you can buy it during chapter 17 or not, or if it needs, or not chapter 17, during chapter 16 or not. You might need to get to the second day of the rest of your life to get it. I can't remember. If you don't, though, it's probably not a bad way to get hero points. No? Okay, cool. Good to know. I swung way past it. For some reason, I thought it was over here. I was like, that's not it. Oh, I don't think I did for this file, because this file is built off of my post-game save file. Like, I just saved over a different file, but it originally was my post-game save file. Alright, let's do it. Because of the clowns. They're not even the scary part. Eventually you're dealing with robot mechs and mixed in with all the enemies. I was hoping he wouldn't. Sometimes if they're not ready, they won't block. But he was clearly ready. You see that hero punch dodge? Then the like launch from the hero punch made him miss. You're talking about I guess maybe if we're keeping it a secret, the boss that isn't in the main story, you have to get to boss round 7, I think, in the arena. Which I don't think I'm gonna get to today. Boss round, oh, it's only boss round 4. Gotcha. Oh, I got 2 of them. But this guy, he was literally just in his walking animation and he blocked me. Oh, it's Calypso is the boss. She is really annoying unless you cheese her. They're throwing beer bottles. Is there a sniper here? No. It's just a guy. This is a 2004 game. You're not wrong. Yeah, she's Kraven's wife. Moment. Oh god, I wasn't paying attention, I just looked up and the whole squad is on me. We're gonna save the clowns, I guess. There's so much content for a console game. Yeah. Pretty lucky that they put all this extra content in it. Gives me a lot more to talk about. Probably part of the reason why I'm still like playing this game. Although I guess I have kind of found a way to play the story over and over again without getting bored. Yeah, Shocker's minions just straight up suck. Like, they just do chip damage and annoy you. Wait. Oh yeah, you can't really, because you. Okay. I thought for some reason I thought you could slide cancel kick them, but you can't. All right. God, I hate the endurance rounds, but we might as well do some while we're here. Hey, James. Come on, how are you gonna block that? How are you gonna block that? Who even is this guy? Isn't he like one of the shitty, like, low-level enemies? Only working enemies you can't get into the air. Yeah. The real reason is that it only works on enemies that you can't air combo, because he'll try to go into an air combo instead of a homing kick. You can, I think you can kind of get Calypso in the air and you can slide cancel kick her. Hey, Chem boy. Yeah, these endurance is just, it's so much. Like by the end, you're just doing like 200 enemies. Probably not gonna do that one on stream. In fact, I'm only gonna be doing casual stuff for a little bit longer, and then we're gonna analyze the 55. It's 100 enemies, but it feels like 200. I just want to get to the boss rounds. How do you unlock the boss rounds? By doing endurance or by doing timed? Oh, there's the lizard enemies, the cut lizard enemies. Okay, this is kind of chaotic. I always miss streams because time zones. Yeah, that's rough. There's a sniper. I need to take care of him right away. I guess there's health in time, so it's less of a big deal. What are you doing over there? They're not random, but they are from all over the place. And the lizards are cut enemies that only appear in the arena, but they were gonna be for part of like a sewer lizard level. You guys still alive down there? There we go. This guy's just straight up hiding in the corner. Yeah. I appeal to like people with degenerate sleep schedules like mine and people from different time zones. I have to complete Endurance 3 to unlock. I'm not doing that. I'm just like straight up not. We'll do Sniper Alley, but not today. There's a third of my health. As a challenge, I'm not gonna refill my health. Alright, DC, well, I'm glad that you came here. Hopefully that you could get those 3 hours of sleep. Thanks for stopping by. Is it long nor hard if I use the balcony stat? Yeah, but I want to do like one more. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to do any more. I was going to do one more time, but I forgot that was the last timed round. I'm actually going to pivot, and we're going to watch the any percent PB. So let me change the stream title, actually. Watching new Spider-Man 2. I'm going to type world record. Watching new Spider-Man 2 world record. /PB. Yeah, I've had shares like that, Koba, that just kill you. My current chair isn't that bad, but my old one, there was like if I were to stream for like 3 hours, I would. I remember I've ended streams because my old chair just hurt me. All right. So let's see. Give me just a minute to set things up. Okay, we're gonna drag OBS over to my other monitor. Good night, DC. Have a good one. And then pull up this. I almost just clicked on my own stream. It's been going on for 2 hours. You didn't miss that much. I did one pizza percent run, and then we did some casual playthrough stuff. So let's see. How do I want to do this? Chrome? Please detect. There we go. And then we'll do like... Oh, that's weird. I had some weird cropping when I last used this, I think. Hang on, I can fix this. Okay, it's a start. Here's what I'll do. We'll do some of that. And then we'll do some of that. Perfect. Yeah, Chrome's, I know it's like not the best. It's just these days I'm just lazy and I don't know I don't know what the best is. Oh god, what it's underneath something. Okay. All right, I think that'll do. I'm just going to put me watch this. Hang on. Hang on. Perfect. And then give me like 10 seconds. And it's like you can't even, or maybe I should do like this so that you know it's me. Where should I be? What do you think? Over the chat? Do you, like right here maybe? Finally some runs. The real category was inside us all along. What's up, Mitchell? You tell me if the other me is too loud or too quiet, but we are reviewing the new PB. Which I want to mention the reason so for anybody who wasn't here, this fucking rhino underneath the splits, the Mountain Dew rhino, like earlier that day I was like joking like
Newgrounds is really
we should make Rhino
like, wait,
look like
did Newgrounds exist?
he's
before this
carrying a
game?
big
But
tube
I
of
guess it
Mountain
did.
Dew, and then within like an hour Nate had made the texture for it and sent a screenshot of it. So this was kind of just like me putting him on the fridge.
Yeah, but
this is
I
the
would Google
equivalent. I
3
just
liter
put him
soda
underneath my
because then it'll
splits.
say
He was
pop.
just gonna be there for like a couple
no,
runs, but this was the first
Actually,
run that
don't
he
say
was
it.
there.
Just go to the pause menu and bring up the save load screen. Easy, right?
And let me get chat. Let me see if I can get chat on screen. Yeah, this is all standard up at the start. Like, this is good movement, but you know, it's nothing I haven't done like 30 times.
Still, I should be able to make it as long as
Barely made it in
Spidey had
time,
a
actually.
quad body.
See you later,
Nin-
legend.
Wait, 1995? Like the
Actually gonna make me
know what
way
the date was
quieter.
in 1995?
Just like really quiet.
Or was it just like
'Cause I don't want to be talking over myself.
Insight up until like
Yeah. And this is actually bad. Like, this fight,
That seems
I mean,
way early.
okay, it wasn't bad, but it was getting there, you know? It was one of those. Get chat in there. Chat is, oh, it's way too big. I can fix this. We can fix this.
I actually made a really jank swinging, not game, but just like prototype in Unity.
But yeah, this is all pretty standard.
And I couldn't get it working the way that I wanted it to. And I just looked at like,
This
the
is just
map
gonna be how it
and
is, I
couldn't
think.
get it working
Chat's just
well
gonna be
enough
like
to move
underneath
it.
the splits like this, or on top of the splits.
Maybe someday. Probably do better now that I know a little bit more about.
Yeah, but you
games.
haven't heard my insight on it. It's just gonna be me being like, this is good. This was good too. But mostly I want to talk about oh yeah.
Played Prototype.
Mostly I just want to talk about like
No.
how good this
I think I
chapter
know
3
what that
was
is. That's
and
the
like
one where
how
the
it's
guy,
still
he
not
has
perfect even with that.
his arm is also a
'Cause, like,
sword.
I don't think I was super cognizant of like how good I was playing at the time because we were just like talking about what were we even talking about, like Uwe Boll movies and stuff like that. Okay, you know what? I'm actually gonna. I don't want to like be confused by the old chat, so I'm gonna be like, there we go. It's like me looking at the gameplay, and then old me is looking at current me. But now I'm covering the chat, so there's no. This is such a shit post. Talking about clothing ourselves. Yeah, is this confusing? Should I just like cover the splits or like cover? Should I just do like this? We just do like this, so it's just not confusing at all. Or is that too much? I actually wanted to look at this what's it called? This art gallery fight. Though. Because I don't remember it at all. But it must have been good if I golded by 3 seconds. That's all good. Nothing went wrong there. Selection. Yeah. That is exactly my thoughts on it, Koba. I don't think it can be perfected either. Swinging is just too good. Okay, the swing out from the first guy, like, look at this. This is like how you want it to go. Maybe that, yeah, you want to like be able to just swing right to the other guy. And maybe I could have done it a little bit faster, but that's like, look at that. Look at the timer. When I finish this guy off, early 408 on the timer, which I'm not sure if I've even gotten a sub 410 there before. And this is just, I'm honestly probably gonna skip through most of the cat because who cares? Let's look at my menuing. This is the only variable. Good menuing. Okay, let's move on. Cool. Yeah, I can. Nobody can be perfect at this game for sure. And then I got like, this is just about the earliest possible chapter time. What actual like? Okay. Okay, it was like a mid 627, so it wasn't like I was in any danger of it possibly being retimed to like a 626 if we really cared. Kind of sloppy jump to the like this jump could have been better. I remember actually being like I suddenly cared about the run and being kind of mad about that if that makes sense cuz like look at all this airtime. If I charged the jump like a little bit less, I could have been right there. But that's like a super micro nitpick. And 10 seconds ago I was talking about Postal 3 the movie, so who cares? There we go, put me like there. Nothing special about Bugle. I have watched the run. I watched it like right after I finished streaming, but I haven't watched it since, I didn't watch it since then. It seems like people are liking it. This is all good. This was bad. Because you don't want to have to wall sprint here. So like, what did I do wrong here? Because this wall sprint just kind of sucked and didn't get me very far. I don't know. I think I just like did it. Okay, I think I jumped out too early, which gave me like, and without, What I should have done here, yeah, I should have boosted at the end instead of earlier. So I didn't have enough momentum going into the wall sprint. Original Mario Bros. I encourage you all to watch the Clue speedrun. That's like literally just 3 clicks. It's like a tenth of a second or something like that, and it's they just click 3 times and accuse somebody and hope that it works. That's a fun one. It's like you don't even understand what's going on and the run is just over in a second. So this was all good. I had to climb up there, but oh jeez. Oh, but you're just slamming in all these cursed messages into the chat, aren't you? No, I just went back and I went back to my my church and I went to sleep roasting my own movement. Do I get bored during runs? Not really. Chat is really helpful with that, but honestly, like, I do it because I like it. I'm not, I mean, I guess I would get burned out eventually, but like, it's fun at the end of the day. Yeah. This Rhino fight was really good from what I remember. Yeah, okay, this was the good part, because when Rhino goes, like, over to this corner, this can be really bad, because if he decides to spin at you, he can be in, like, a really weird spot where it's on the corner, and, like, you can slide cancel kick him, but it's just really awkward, so I was really happy that he took, like, this, hang on, he took, like, this extra step. That, like, extra step got him close enough that I didn't have to worry about it at all. Yeah, I can't believe that I'm a flawed gamer, Nate. It's rough. It's rough out here. Making mistakes in your speedruns. I don't really mind Koba. I mean, you haven't that was a little bit of a raunchy message, but I mean, it's something you got to get used to. You're streaming online, I guess. Could certainly be worse. 8 Tails. What's up? We're just reviewing the run. This movement was like, I understood that this was this was like where I understood exactly that this was like not just a good split, but a good run. Because I was ahead after chapter 4, which I had never done since grinding against these splits. I was always like at least 5 seconds behind chapter 4. Yeah, this kind of standard movement. This wall sprint is like probably objectively slower than just swinging and like getting there, but it looks so cool, right? Does anybody else think this wall sprint is like secretly the coolest thing of all time? I don't know. I think I'm just gonna I like still do it just because it feels better than swinging, even though it's probably slower. And movement back seems like it's going pretty standard. I did not set this up, which I still don't know why I didn't, because you can actually really easily just like slide. I pointed at my screen like you can see, but the wall to the right, you can literally just swing and slide against it and it'll shoot you right into that corner, but I did not set it up at all and still made it work for some reason. I don't know why. Just felt right. Patrick. Who's that Tass guy? Yeah, he's Tass is just too good of a player. I don't know. Okay, I want to talk about this because when I watched this over, Nate, if you're watching, is this frame perfect? I don't know if you could tell at a glance, but this looks frame perfect as fuck to me. Look at this. I'm on the wall for like no time. And then I'm just done. I'm out. Peace. Like, you can't even see the wall sprint. It's so fast. I just, like, bounce up it. I remember when I first watched that over, I was like, why did I try to do that so fast? Like, if I did that early, it just kind of sucks. Probably just feeling myself at the time. You can be wall sprinting for 1 frame at minimum. Gotcha. So you can't just, like, not be wall sprinting. Which I was definitely wall sprinting for 1 or 2 frames. It was kind of hard to tell because the bitrate was having some issues in that specific moment. This was fine. Let me see. Boom, I get the jump out. Do I get a swing out here? Okay, I do. That's like a really good spot because you're like through the air, but you also have enough time after the chapter time that I can like do a wall sprint or something. I'm not just like falling without any control. I go for the gamer jump, but my angle sucks. Like, look at this shitty angle. I did not change it at all. I just walked to the right a little bit in hopes that it would kind of set itself straight, but it doesn't really matter. You kind of just accept. We're not at the point where getting the gamer jump 100% of the time matters. I just wanted to shout out that I went for it. And here, I think this was kind of bad. Because I actually saw youngster Joey, who is like, he has like a 110 in this game right now. He's been going over these buildings, and I'm like, I want to try that. And I still suck at it, so I'm like not used to it at all. So this one was kind of bad. Ones can improve forever. We'll see about that. We'll see. I think this game kind of breaks that rule a little bit. It's the maximum amount of time that someone could wall sprint. Depends on how much space and how many wall sprint upgrades you have. Because wall sprint upgrade 2, it seems like it can just go like forever, but I don't know. Yeah, this movement was fine. I'm trying to think if anything particularly interesting happened during this race or this chase, or if it was pretty standard. Did I get the bullseye here? Not quite. Not that it matters. Jump over. I don't think anything particularly interesting happened. It was just kind of your standard keep close to cat, chapter 6 chase. Shop menuing kind of sucked. But still, I mean, up to this point, we're still sitting pretty. I think I even saved time on this split. I'm trying to remember. I'll just skip through this. I remember kind of messing this up. Like, I faded back way too much and had to climb back up, but it didn't end up mattering. We find out if swingless pizza is possible. I don't know. Don't ask me. Yeah, I think Kobe, you probably go up a really big building and then go back down. Letting the stick return to neutral. Yeah, I've been doing that too more often. Had to climb there. That kind of sucked. I actually lost some time here. That's good to know. Let's see. Swinging down here. This is always weird because it's like, in theory, like, there's a part of me that always wants to like go a different route here, but this just ends up being the best way, even though it feels kind of slow. Just because that building to the left is so tall that you can't really go over it. So you have to like really make sure that you go down at the right time. It's like, in my opinion, it's way harder than it looks for some reason. I'm trying to. Are these just standard pits? Can we skip these? Was anything interesting happening? "25 years from now, some kids trying to can't find a speed game because everything's optimized to task level." Yeah, for what it's worth with this game, I think humans can get sub 50. I think like if we had people for years, like several people playing at like 8 hours a day, like Mario 64 level grinding, I think we'd get sub 50. When exactly did I become nervous? I think I say it at some point, but I'm definitely at this point right now. I'm not nervous like at all. I was nervous for like 2 seconds in chapter 4 or in chapter 5 when I realized that it was a good run, and then I was done. Because I've been in this situation so many fucking times that I've just learned not to worry about it at all until a certain point. Usually somewhere around here, down in like chapter 12 plus. Yeah, I think sub 50 can be done. I think the amount of grind that it would take is crazy, but think about it. I've been speedrunning on and off. Emphasis on and off though, but on and off since like 2015. I still feel like I'm constantly getting better at this game, and like there's so much better. So I feel like out of anybody to say like how much more it can be pushed and how much more people can keep improving, I think that I have sort of a leg to stand on with the amount of experience that I have. And in every way I see it, it's like just watching this over now, like let's look at the time save just in this section, which you could argue is like an optimized section. Like all you do is jump and web zip and shit. So bad jump, first of all. Like if we really want to nitpick it, like things that could be fixed, I could web zip way earlier than that. I got cut there. That's like 2 seconds already. Didn't if I were to like do camera snap strats, I would not have to wait so long here. Definitely can get higher there. In theory, you don't even need to climb there. That was pretty good. But I think there's got to be a way with like a slightly longer jump to not have to do the second jump here. Like to not have to do that jump right there. This was pretty good, but I went really high here. Like you can cut it much closer because it doesn't matter if you get shot there. That I didn't need to do an air trick, which lowered my gravity and took a little bit longer. And the web zip angle could have been way more direct. So like I think you could save like somewhere between 5 and 10 seconds at a human level there. Back without getting shot. I don't even know if there's no way that's faster, right? But that's just in that little section. And like we're not talking about the fact that like literally every movement section has time that could be saved by playing better at a human level. Whatever that means. Shoot back at Beck. just pull out a Glock and one shot him and then walk away. But yeah, this was all. Race went 5. 4.2 is definitely my most common time these days on that race. I have a hard time because I'm looking at my monitor, the other monitor, I'm not looking at OBS where I'm covering up chat. So I keep seeing chat pop up on the VOD, and I'm like, wait, is that this chat or that chat? Like my brain has to take a second. Yeah, scrubby web zip, but honestly, I do that scrubby web zip so much. This web zip it's just like a comfort food web zip for me. Even though like I could swing over faster, it's just so much easier to web zip there. I think this menuing was alright, yeah. No complaints. Something that I've been considering trying to learn on menuing, because the menu, like going left and right in the menu, you can do it with both the D-pad and the left stick, so I'm considering learning to like claw grip it and double tap with each one to go through the menu faster, but it's scary as fuck. Mysterio health bar. Yeah, too bad you never get to see it fill up all the way in speedruns because we just kill him too fast. He hasn't even like filled up the first bar, I don't think, usually. What was the point where? Oh yeah, there was. I walked into like one of the randomly spawned NPCs. That was at the beginning of chapter 13 where that happened. So not for a while. I think this was all good. Something that I've been considering doing for that movement back there is going over the buildings instead of around them, but my success rate hasn't been great, so I just kind of went with old reliable here. If I remember correctly, I kind of messed up this fight a little bit. Yeah, right here. You don't want to like ever touch the ground in this fight. Way faster to just swing in between the guys. I think I got like a super homie sniper though. Like this sniper, just best friend forever. Look at that. He does so much damage to the truck. He just shreks it. And here, very happy. So like, I don't know. I think it was because he was already in the air falling. For whatever reason, the spinning kick didn't come out here, so I didn't kill him in one combo, and then I just got like the super clutch sideways web yank to finish him off. Yeah, the sniper shot the truck. I forget who I think it was like, isn't Pop or some his name's something like that. It just randomly happened to him when he didn't kill the sniper, and that was, and then the sniper shot the truck while he was on it, and that was just how we discovered that that can happen. It's a pretty recent discovery actually. But yeah, that's why we keep the we used to just yeet the sniper away, but now we keep him around because he helps kill the truck faster and pretty much guarantees a one cycle if he's being nice. Could some tokens or races be forgotten about? That's something that I'm not like super familiar with. I don't know exactly how much some we definitely go overboard on hero points some of the time, but I don't know exactly how much you would need to replace. Like if some secret tokens could be replaced with like say a skyscraper token because they give less hero points. I've sent the message like twice. The thug in the pit glitch. You did say. How did I not see that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Nate. I did not see the thug in. Oh wait. Okay. I've got you confused. I do know what you're talking about. The thug in the pit. Yes, I have seen it. I just did not see your messages asking me if I've seen it. But I actually wanted to ask about that while you're here. Is that like a frame perfect thing? Like it, or is it just like a general time? Like if they both come in at around the same time, it won't count the second one? Yeah, it's my bad. But do I think the route has been perfected? No. I don't have any reason for believing so other than that like we haven't had like two like Nate certainly counts, I kind of count, but we haven't had like too many super nerds. Like we're still finding shit all the time that we didn't know, so there's no way that it's perfect. It's not frame per that's rough. That sucks. But yeah, well I was talking about other shit. This fight kind of sucked. I think okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, but like this glitch where if you get shot while you're swinging, I think that's what causes it, right? Like look at this. Boom. Yeah, it's like I must be getting shot like the same time that I start the swing. That has to be what causes you to, because right now in the VOD I'm like mashing attack, but it's just not coming out. I think that's what causes that. It's weird. He fell through the ocean. Yeah, that sounds like this game. Yeah. I mean, that's knowing that there's more defined is part of the fun of the game anyways, so I don't mind it. Yeah, they were just shooting into me. Sup, Tyler? Welcome. I think for some reason I was really nervous here that I was gonna get Spider Ghost, even though it like never happens to me. This swing to get to the shop has always been something that, like, I feel like I could be better at. I feel like the setup's there to swing right to the door, and I always miss it. This commentary thing's pretty fun. I get to talk a lot about, like, really small details that I normally wouldn't get to. Oh, I decided to... In my head, I go over here. Like, in my head, I glide off of this swing, and I go, like, over and under. That must have been a different run that I was thinking of. Good angle, though. Like, hitting this where you, like... If that fucking truck weren't there, this would be a badass angle. But I land on the truck. You want to go, like, right to the door. I think I had a pretty good theater. This robot's nice. It's always great when you don't have to do anything weird with this guy. Yeah, this honestly, like, it's just been a good it's a good time for this game right now. I'm like actually making guides and shit. I'm PBing. We got Nate here working on tasks and finding weird shit that I would never think to look up. New runners are coming in. It's a good time right now. I hope it only gets better. Can I turn up the audio like a little bit? A little bit.
Okay, this is gonna be a weird one.
And my favorite part about this run...
Made it work?
Okay, I'm gonna have to mute it, because just hearing myself at all is disorienting me. But, my favorite part about this run you kinda can't get from just watching it, which is the entire time I'm just shit posting about Mountain Dew and stuff, and chat is just talking about... It's just, like... turning, like, characters into Mountain Dew, and... just the whole thing. I'm not saying there never was a good time, I'm just, like... You know, historically, this community isn't too active, and I'm liking that it's becoming more active. It's just good to see. Yeah, no complaints about that theater. I don't think anything went exceptionally well, but nothing went wrong, to be sure. And this movement definitely could be better. Well, hang on, let's see how this swing goes. A glide. Another glide? Oh, never mind, this movement's good. Water just splashed in my face. Fuck. 17 years? Yeah. I actually want to talk about, like, see the way that these are set up. It's like they're kind of curving off to the left, and I think what I want to do all the time is, like, maybe not. Is it this one? Yeah, I want to glide off of, like, this one and go to the right over there, because, you know, if you're gliding, you're holding swing the whole time, so you don't want anything nearby to swing off of. So the times that I washed up in Ellis Island was because I would glide off this and curve off to the right to avoid these. But then it turns out if you go too far to the right, you just wash up on Ellis. So I kind of stopped going for that glide, sadly. Yeah, the Mountain Dew meme just kind of evolved over the night. It was crazy. It started out with us just making dumb jokes about Rhino, and then it just turned into that. And yeah, Koba. I think that glide has a place. I think it's just going to be harder to do than I thought. So for now, I'm not going for it, but I think eventually I will. I think... Hang on, I actually want to go back a bit and turn the audio on just for one moment that I remember saying here. People can be like... Listen to this. I kind of want this to PB just so that people can be like, in the YouTube VOD, like, why the fuck is he talking about Mountain Dew so much? And why is there Rhino with a can of Mountain Dew on the splits? I'm just so glad that happened. Okay, we can go back now. The exact pixel. Yeah, it'd be... I should do more research about, like, exactly where like how lenient certain load zones are, and hey Jonathan, what's up? We're just reviewing the run. Here's another thing that I'm actually lazy about this. So here you can like go for the full. You can actually go for the full 4-hit combo, and he'll have like this much health left, maybe even less. And after the combo, I first saw Thinks the Clown do this. You like slide. You can actually slide on the brain to cancel the end animation, and then unslide, and then punch him one final time. Which is here I just don't. I just do 3 hits so that I'm still in the air after. But I think that's slower by like half of a second. And I'm just there's like so many little things that it's like if I were not lazy or like just a little bit better and more confident, I could do them to like, and that's how I save, 30 seconds is by doing little time saves like that 60 times. Like it's not just the big time losses that matter, it's the things that you don't go for. Oh no, we're back to Willem Dafoe. That's a good one. We're back to us more do names. Here, this pissed me off like way more than it should have. I was like secretly really upset about this because look, I should just be able to climb into it, but instead I just fucking missed and had to climb around. I was just like, God damn it. I was like secretly mad about it, but didn't want to tell anybody. The first split, I guess you'll have from like a human perspective, that's a hard one. It's like there's definitely more stuff that I could do, like, but there's a part of me that wonders like whether sub 6 is possible there, and I don't know what the answer is. I think probably, but it like God that I mean chapter 6 is definitely, or chapter 3 is definitely the most optimized, but probably somewhere between like 15 and 30 seconds more at like top level grind 8 hours a day for years level. Everybody will be coming back to the Doom meme. I mean, this thing has like this video, I just looked, it has like 1,000 views already, which is a lot for me in basically a day. So, thanks to everybody who has watched this video. Real quick shout out. Oh, I was so scared here. Because what happened? Hey, what happens here? So I think he just like was really fast for some reason. Like usually they don't follow you this far. But yeah, he like did he hit me? Did he actually get me? No, he missed, but that like caused me to panic and miss the mirror, and then I was in actual danger after that. But fortunately it worked out. I definitely could have just gotten yanked, and that probably would have been the end of the run there. For some reason in my head he like actually hit me, but I guess he missed and I just panicked. And this, it gave me the perfect angle for this. When you come out, sometimes the angle's really ambiguous where you need to hold back to wall jump here, but this is the perfect angle. If I could get that angle every time, I'd be so happy. I mean, the camera's not RNG, but it's just the way that it works there when you load it, when you exit it's kind of weird because it like unloads the room and then pushes the camera out of it. So maybe that's something that I set up for in the future. I just want to acquire the Mountain Dew Rhino texture. Nate made it, so you gotta ask him. Maybe he'll put a release out. I think he put the texture itself in the Spider-Man 2 Discord, or the Spider-Man speedrunning Discord. But I don't actually know how to like replace it in Dolphin. And good do go bad. Here, this is a total coward. So this is how you know that I'm not nervous here, but I'm starting to definitely become aware that I'm on a good run, and here's how you can tell. Look what I do here. Right here, I take the time. I'm not charging my jump, and I move the camera to straighten it out because I'm afraid of missing this jump. But if I want to save that half a second, I don't fix the camera there. I just do the jump with the camera angle that I had before. Like 9 out of 10 times I try to not fix the camera angle there, but I was just like I not nervous but aware, I guess is the word. Like aware that taking that risk to save a quarter second probably isn't worth it there. Spider-Man do scored. Oh god. I think that this glide goes pretty good. Yep. Nothing to complain about here as far as movement goes. That bonk kind of sucked, but yeah, it's fine. I fixed it after. I appreciate the honesty. I mean, it doesn't really matter who came up with the joke. It's just the fun that we had with it, right? My soda of choice, Dr. Pepper is definitely my go-to. If I'm feeling in a good mood, I think I like Mountain Dew Baja Blast, actually. But even after all these memes, Mountain Dew is not my favorite soda, unfortunately. I can feel the sponsorship getting lost already. This year, I actually just found this out. So, you know, there's like the trigger. I always thought the trigger was just like manually they made a trigger, like if you go in this area of the map. But it turns out it's actually scripted to start when you're 100. You have to be less than 150 units away. Just found that out the other day, and it just happens that that lines up with the middle of the street here. Please tell me your favorite soda isn't Dr. Pepper. My favorite soda isn't Dr. Pepper, although I have just lied to you. Also, there's Dr. Pepper representation in Toby lore. Now we know. Did I get the swing? I wasn't paying attention just now. This swing is for no reason really hard because so the charge, if you do a charge jump, it's like barely not enough. So you have to get to the trigger. So you have to do like the teeniest little swing there, and it's so hard. I don't know why it's really hard. It's just like, but I'm really glad I got it there. Yeah, I really do not like diet soda. If you're into it, that's cool. But this wall jump straight up hurt. I'm gonna stop the soda talk for a little bit because what was I even trying to do here? I think what I was trying to do was maybe charge my jump because I saw that I was in a glide and I knew I wouldn't air flip if I did it. So I just wanted to like have my jump charge to get me some height, and then I accidentally wall slid. I just remember like physically feeling pain at that wall jump. Like it actually hurt. I like here's how I do with it. I like Coke at I tend to like Coke at restaurants, but Pepsi more at home. But Pepsi is just like so much, like there's too much, it's too much sauce. So like on a day-to-day basis, I usually don't drink it because it's just like too intense, if that makes sense. So that's when I go for the Dr. Pepper. So really, there's situations where I like all three. And then late at night on the DGen Taco Bell nights is when you go for the Baja Blast. Yeah, chapter 10 definitely could be better. The fact that I only lost, what was it? I lost about half a second. That's that shows me that I can save a bunch of time in chapter 10. Like easy, I can save 10 seconds there for sure without like doing anything super crazy. I've never gotten drunk on I'm not like a huge wine fan, so I've drinking my fair share of wine, but I've never gotten drunk on it. I could imagine it's not great. Water is good. I mean, water's, you know, the secret best drink, but it's just so boring that I don't like to talk about it. But, like, it's low-key the best. Just for, like, a health standard reason, and sometimes it's just refreshing. This guy, so good. And this is actually like a teach. I don't remember what it was, but I was watching some run for verification purposes that had this exact situation and got scared. Right? So they saw. So Doc Ock was being nice to them, but they saw him back off into the corner by the desk and the wall, and they got scared of, like, the combo not working. I think is what I don't. This is just me guessing based on their gameplay. Maybe they actually just legitimately fucked up somehow. But it does work. Like, even if he's around by this, backs himself into the wall, like 95% of the time, the collision isn't going to impact you at all. So you can still do this. Just thought I'd bring that up. But yeah, he was really nice to me here. These guys were pretty cooperative, especially at the start here. Oh yeah, especially if you live somewhere really hot. Water's so nice. These were all, you know, homie thugs except for this fucking guy. Like, look at this. So I turn around. I've got, like, here's the first frame that these bombs are visible. I guess I could have maybe heard him laying them around, but at this point I'm already jumping towards him. He's got not one, but two fucking mines laying there, so of course I'm gonna fucking run into it. Fortunately, I reacted afterwards and just let the other one blow up when he was right there. Yeah, he's a troll for sure. This was just a straight up flub, but it wasn't a bad one. Like, I legit forgot if I was supposed to just stick with this wall sprint or if I needed to jump out of it into another wall sprint. I think that was where the nerves are, like, starting to pop up a little bit. But, like, around here, I remember, like, oh shit, this needs another wall sprint, and then but I don't do it anyways. I guess, how does it work? Do you need another wall sprint there? I don't think you do. I think you just jump out earlier than I did. But regardless, I'm, like, getting really dope at this part. So 2-token, I actually don't think. Yeah, he didn't get 200 feet away from me, so I wasn't even close to losing here, which is really good flex. Always feels good. Especially considering 2-token was like oh, well, I guess Task can do that. You know, humans aren't going to do that strat. That feels good to just knock it out of the park on a good run. This chapter 11 is going to be rough to beat. I don't know how much it golded by, but it did gold. He's just, like, really solid. Here, I kind of break my own rule, because in the swinging guide, I talk about, like, don't charge jump out of your swings, like, and, you know, flip between your swings and charge your jump like this, but I do it here because there's so, like, inconsistent building sizes that if you retain your height at, like, just that level where you're, like, 10 feet above the train tracks, it's so much easier. So I don't know if I guess you could technically do it the other way and be faster, but honestly, it's just so consistent and fast enough that it's like I will totally break my rule there every time for now. Let's actually look. Hang on. How good of a gold was this? Because my sum of best was 54.15. And so let's see. 237, my previous best was 238. Okay, so it was just under a second gold. It was like a 0.9 second gold, which is pretty good. I've been golding that one, maybe not a lot, but more than the splits around it, to be sure. I can still save time there, but it's definitely not. I'm definitely not taking it for granted. Once I start grinding again, which might be sooner than you think. I'm gonna have to really look out for that, and just, like, be used to losing time there. This swing sucks. I really wanted to swing here. I don't even... Okay, I was too late. So I was stubborn here. You can see what's going on in my head. I'm like, I want to swing from here and then loop up and around to go over through that gap. But I swung too long here and I still went for it, which made me just flat out miss it and go into a glide instead. But I got a really good backup anyways. Going viral. Hell yeah. No, I am pretty happy with like how it's doing as far as YouTube goes. Pretty pumped about that. Thanks to everybody who's like been doing the YouTube stuff on it. Just like the people are liking the game. No, that's part of it, to be sure. I love when people watch this game in general, but I'm not gonna act like I don't like it when people watch my stuff in particular. Yeah, this movement's all good. This was actually like the sickest fucking launch of all time. So like, look at this shit. It's like pretty standard approach. This movement is always really awkward. Slyfincleton cult, hell yeah. But so I got a glide going into here, and I saw that like this building, like I could my options are like swing off of it to go up and over, or like maybe swing off of here. No, I'm too high for that. I could maybe try to go around, which would be slow. But I thought about it, and I just decided to like that the launch was actually the best way because they tend to give you a lot of height, and it just worked out fucking perfectly. Like, and it's also really hard to, in my opinion, it's really hard to get a swing boosted slide jump if you're not like hugging the wall. So I had to do it without the like setup for it either. I don't even know if it saved that much time. It just felt really fucking good to hit. Sounds like you're going through some stuff, Bernie. That's rough. I picked a dope thumbnail. I actually made that thumbnail because I wasn't really happy. Usually I just like get the thumbnail from the VOD. But that time I wasn't finding anything in like the VOD that I liked, so I actually just booted up the game again, and then if you actually look at the thumbnail, like the FOV is too wide, like the UI should be there, so I actually photoshopped like the health bar and the map out of it. So I made that thumbnail custom. Maybe a Jackbox stream. Maybe. I think I'd probably want to get a little bit bigger. Like I think a Jackbox stream would be really cool, but I think it's one of those things that's better when you're like a bigger streamer, if that makes sense. Like if we had like fucking 100+ people in here, I think that'd be really cool to have like that kind of big chat energy, if that makes sense. Not that I mind it when there's less people in here because, chilling with the homies is a great vibe already, but there's a Jackbox stream. It's just Jackbox is a game that's, what is it even like? It's just like a bunch of dumb games that you play with your friends where you try to make them laugh, I guess. But it has like stream integration. I don't know if it only works with Twitch or if I would be able to make it work with YouTube streams or how that works. I don't exactly know how the integration works, but basically you can get like an audience in there that does that. Yeah, I don't know how many of my friends would be like down to be on stream, but it might be like interesting to just like have have that vibe of like being at the couch with everybody. And boy's gonna make some connections to get the. I also don't own any of the Jackbox games, so I would need to. The only times I've ever played it's been like friends who have had them. Now that cat chase, I don't think anything interesting happened in that cat chase. But Twitch plays pizza percent. There's an idea. I remember I think I even said it like that I was gonna do it because for some reason sometimes you just know that you're gonna hit the shocker skip and sometimes you don't. And this time I really did, I knew, like, look at this. Look at how shitty this starting angle is. I'm like down here, there's no way that's working. So but thankfully I fixed it on this. That was so slow. But at that point I was down to lose a second or two if it meant that that the run would not die. And sometimes, that's part of being a good player too, is knowing when you're not ready, when you're, for whatever reason, you just having that sixth sense to know that you're not going to hit the trick. So like if you do it really fast, so you kind of like tie yourself down just for that second, and then you're back to playing at 100%. Get dude, yeah, drunk pizza stream. I was talking about it. I don't think I want to get like plastered or anything, but we could make like a drinking game with the myths. Like, if the myth's complete, then if the myth works, then finish your drink, or whatever. So it's literally like half a second, but I just look at this guy. Look at him. You can't see his face, but you know he's all smug. He's just looking at me. I just ran straight into him. Yeah, if you kill Shocker, it's nothing happens, and then when you enter the cutscene, it just soft locks the game. Like, you're just stuck in the fight, but the game wants you to kill Shocker, but because he's already dead, you can't do anything. And right here, was it here that I'm thinking of? Maybe it wasn't. Never mind. There's something I was gonna say, but I think it happens later. Maybe it is right here. Yeah, it's just like right here. My movement was sloppy for a second because I just like forgot for some reason after doing Shocker Skip. It was like, here's where I'm starting to get like actually nervous, to be sure, because I like, my movement was just like bad for a second there, and I couldn't figure out why. It took me like a couple seconds to get back into it. Yeah, it makes the speedrun harder holding keys, because that if you ever watch a speedrun when we're doing Shocker Skip, we will count out the number of combos that we do, so that we can make sure that we don't kill them on accident. This movie was sick as fuck. I've been having such a hard time like getting to, what is it? This bit like right here, getting like a good start, but I got like the really solid glide and then like right into this alley. I've been trying to like low key working on it, and it was perfect. It was perfect. Well, quote unquote, right until I bonk on that pole, and that stopped me from getting the speed that I need to like land straight in it. So I had to like jump into the scene. But remember that bonk? It didn't irritate me, but I was aware how much it sucked. And then here, this has been tricky because I've been going. I used to come from the side here, but I've been coming from over, and the camera is weird in this specific instance because when you land, it's like, look, it flips 180 when I land because I'm trying to turn around. Then it's like I have to jump when I land too. So the direction that I jump, it's like you have to either be early and jump while holding back on the stick, or if you're late, you have to jump after the camera's flipped, and then in this case it would be left, but sometimes it's up, so it's better to just try to be fast there. Hang on, did anybody see that? I don't think I've ever. Is it always okay? First of all, this is the classic. Betty is just T-posing while the cutscene loads in. Always see that. That's always a pleasure. Um, look at Jameson. He's just look at him go. This is the next frame. He's just like, oh, I guess I'm not in the right spot. Boop. Gotta love him. Why Yoda Jameson? J Yoda Jameson. Yeah. Here, this angle, this is like the worst angle of all time. Because, okay, so this cutscene trigger is like from here, and it's just like this whole circle, right? It's like almost the entire bugle, and this web zip still just flat out missed it. Alright, thanks for stopping by, Ken Boy. This is all good. I think I kind of flubbed with I think if there's a weakest chapter, it's probably this one. And it's mostly because of this movement here. Like, I saw... Normally don't want to be anywhere near those guys. And I saw that I was, and I kind of panicked, and I just wasn't paying attention, and I swung past this. Probably the biggest, like, straight-up flub of the whole run. Which is a testament to how fucking good this run is, that's the worst mistake. There's no, like, huge 20-second time loss from anything. It's just, like, I lost, like, 4 or 5 seconds to weird movement. And this, oh, that hurt. This just hurt, because I like, saw this, and I saw that it was, like, I had a good setup to swing right into the token, and I was like, this is my moment. This is how I make up for that fucky, mistake 10 seconds ago. Alright, we're going for it. Oh, that's the perfect angle. Oh, 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 oh. Wah, wah. But that was probably actually that might actually be the actual worst mistake, but I guess it's different because I normally don't do that well anyways. But those two right there are like, if I hit both of those, I can save like 15 seconds probably. Yeah, I should have just double jumped. Idiot. In this, pretty standard shocker skip 2, I think. I don't think anything weird happened. But honestly, now, from the perspective of somebody who has to beat this run eventually, that's okay by me. If I got something that I can look to save time, an easy free time save, that's such a blessing. But yeah, look at this. Like, I think I could save 12 seconds. If I went even with this split, I would have saved... Well, I wouldn't have saved 0 seconds, but I would have... If I had golded the split by 1 frame, I would have saved 12 seconds, that's what I'm trying to say. So the fact that I'm 5 seconds behind, I can save, like, 20 seconds here. I'll beat it soon enough. Why don't you see me on console, Nate? That's all I gotta say. I'll see you in RTA hell. Okay. Oh, was this a glide or no? Hang on. No, it was not a glide. I went far enough that it almost looked like one. King Casa. Yep. I can just troll Nate into making progress on task technology. It's that easy, boys. This was okay, and the reason why it was only okay is because this guy decided to chill in the back. And it looks like he's blocking, actually, so maybe it's fine. But either way, he didn't get hit by the hero punch. I guess doesn't really matter since I can just combo him to take him out anyways. Maybe it's not that bad. I think it's pretty good. I take it back. It was good. Yeah, that's always fun, Koba. This was good. I was glad. Anytime where you're like almost done going up this building by the time that the mission spawns, it's a good one. Movement was okay. I think you can kind of see a little bit of my nerves in this movement, just a little bit. But the only part that matters really is this glide, so that worked out. Enemies can't block. Wait, on God, Nate? You learn something new every day. That okay, Hero Punch is busted if that's the case. It's like straight up way better than everything else. This fight went really good because sometimes okay, who cares about the sniper? Sometimes this guy doesn't cooperate, but he was in the perfect spot here, took him out, and this other guy was right behind him, which was great in this specific situation because I can just jump right out of it. I can like web ball and then just jump and beat the shit out of him. This guy was also nice. Like these first few enemies are just straight up homies. Although I do have to mention that look at these health bars. Cat has done nothing to help me that entire time that I was taking out right side. Cat's just been I have no idea what she was doing. It looks like this guy's a little injured, but whatever. This was kind of a flub for sure. And yeah, I fucked up and got shot for it. That was pretty much all there was to it there. But the rest of the fight went pretty good. Did I say that? I think I did. Let me see.
Longer friends.
Right here.
You shoot me with a rocket, we are no longer friends. Friendship continued with robot?
Friendship continued with robot? Like I said it with a question mark because I wasn't done fighting him yet, but he hadn't shot me with rockets. So I was just pretty sure that we were still homies. Which I mean he did shoot rockets, but he missed, so who cares? We can still be friends. Is this the only multi-kick of the run right here? My multi-kick homie kicks. My multi-kicks have been terrible lately, but at least I got one here. Yeah, the rest of it was just me punching the shit out of him. Now that I think about it, I was talking about how Kat was in the corner, but she's totally just behind the wall, isn't she, here? Is there any way we can, like, see her behind the wall? Was that her? Hang on. Hang on. Yeah. Oh my god! I didn't see this on my first playthrough. But... Do 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 do. She's just there for like 3 frames in the background. Oh, that's hilarious. I can't believe that. She's totally just chilling. She just left the arena and was hanging out behind the wall. Friendship continued with Cat, hell yeah. This was just scuba skip, nothing particularly interesting. Yeah, like I was like, ooh, I mean, she is a cat. They get pretty easily distracted. This sucked. This is like the classic blunder here. Is like you get a good line, I'm swinging off there. I'm like, okay, I can arc it to go over there, and then I just fucking bonk. But it didn't really. I mean, it kind of ended up mattering. Probably lost like however long it is there between cat spawning and me getting there, but. Celebrate the end of the work week. I mean, yeah, that's what Friday night's for. Well, I don't drink too often. Try not to. This movement's all good. I never noticed how far left I habitually go here because, like, for some reason, it's really hard to swing off of this side of the bugle until you get to the end. So I just habitually, like, hug the left side there. You saw a ball of yarn. Yeah. I did not notice that she was that far out during the run. Or even until just now. I do not smoke the devil's lettuce, or at least I have not recently. This was all good. I get to the token. I remember being mad because this is like so it literally happens every run where I just forget about this pause menu and then I waste like half a second because I'm not ready for it. Hell yeah, on Fridays we only drink Mountain Dew. Hell yeah, MFR. I remember being happy because I always fuck up the movement at the last second before chapter 15 starts here, but I actually didn't this time. It just everything worked. I actually got way further. Normally I'm like stuck back by that building over there. So the fact that I saved a second and was this far up was pretty nice. TMT, goddamn. Yeah, devil's lettuce means weed. Yeah, this was bad, and I can't even pretend it wasn't because don't ever. I just straight up did a swing off the ground. I didn't even jump, but it somehow worked out. Like, okay, it was fine. I just think those small mistakes are. That's kind of where the nuances come from, right? Like I could talk to you all day about like, oh, that swing wasn't as good as it could have been, but you know, how do you put that into words? So, and obviously this run is fucking amazing, so I think it's fun to talk about like the little mistakes. Here, I'm still team go low here. I've noticed some people like to go over. I'm not one of them. That was definitely a missed glide. It's devil's lettuce because that was what like conservative Christians would call it in the 60s, right? I think that's where it came from. Basically, it was devil's lettuce was supposed to be like, oh, if your kid is smoking weed, they're going to hell. And then people kind of made fun of that as an idea, I think. Did it transition? Well, the only reason it transitions fast is because like uh this train fight happens during the day, so it needs to like make sure that it's in the daytime, so it just forces it to be day. That's why the transition is so fast. This could have been, I don't know if there's anything okay, so far there's not much I could do to make this better. Like sometimes he just goes for the grab there and you have to dodge, but oh, this was so close to hitting. But did I even hit? I don't even know if I hit it too early or late. Wait, did I get hit there? Hang on, is that why I missed? Did he hit me first? No, okay, I was too late. And it just whiffed. But here, this was if this happened if I got this to happen the first time, I would have zero cycled it because look at this animation. Or animation. He's like I don't know what the word is, stuttering on the ground. It's like a sort of glitchy state where he'll never fight back pretty much during that, and you can just beat the shit out of him until he's done. That's what makes like zero cycle really possible. Here I was. This is like the most essential glide to hit in the run, and I'm very glad that it worked out. Because you miss that glide, you're just stuck in no man's land for like 5 seconds. And I was super aware. I don't actually know. Did this end up mattering? Because look, I don't have full spider reflexes bar, and I don't think that I'm gonna get full spider reflexes bar just from switches. So maybe that ended up mattering versus Doc Ock. Maybe I had to do an extra combo from it. That's good to know, Nate. I think these switches were pretty good from what I remember. I was so okay. I want to talk about my state of mind like right here. Because I was like, okay, we're doing good. We have a 10 sec, you know, we're 10 seconds ahead. We can save a ton of time. And then I realized I had to do switches, and I was like, wait, I haven't done, like, I'm not in fully as in practice for switches as I want to be. I like, just realized that in this moment. And I was just like, fuck, 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 fuck. This was my most nervous. And I will tell you the moment that I stopped being nervous during switches. Nervous, 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 not nervous. I was just like, wait, I'm good at this game. Literally, I don't know if anybody else has that moment where you're just like, shit, wait, I'm good at the game. But that happened to me in that moment. I was just like, whoa, whoa. Super good dodge. I don't know why this happens, but like, if I didn't dodge here, even though I'm clearly behind the wall, I definitely would have been shot. It's like, it doesn't check to see if the wall is there. And then I think this final dock fight was really bad, but it didn't end up mattering. Like, it'd be really bad is the word, but like kind of bad. Yeah, look at this fucking guy. Here's game knowledge right here. So he starts freaking out. He's gone. He's up there. Now he's over there. Now he's up there again. Now he's back. But I just kept punching through that whole thing because I knew that when he does that, it tends to bring him back to where you were anyways. So that I knew the third punch would probably hit, but then it forced me out, unfortunately. And then this was just, that's nerves. That's all nerves. Like, if I'm not an idiot there, you just dodge the first hit, and then after that, dodge the next upcoming hit, and you can like tank the hit. It's fine. But I was just freaking out, so I just kept dodging. And then the rest of it is just me punching him.
Baby,
What's
the
your-
55!
My pop off.
I'm gonna peek the fuck out of my mic.
The reason that I said
Yes.
that, the reason that I said I was gonna peek the fuck out
Oh
of
my
mic
god.
was because I just looked at OBS and I just saw, like, the mic was just all red. It was like warning me, like, you are way too loud right now.
I apologize.
So I could have gone for slow-mo. Let's see.
Oh,
Let's see, where was he? If you're like a fucking crazy person, you could go for slow-mo to try to finish him off here. But he has so much health here that it's like there's not really a reason to. And if you're talking about slow-mo during the dodges, that's just so much slower. There's no reason to do it unless you're really insanely nervous. But yeah, he just has enough health here. Like, if he were down to here, I'd go for slow-mo kicks to try to finish him out. But yeah, if I weren't like, I think this is something I want to incorporate for next time, pretty much no matter what, is at least the hero punch to start it off, and then maybe go for a second hero punch into like standard strats, but I don't know. Regardless, slow-mo is pretty much exclusively reserved for RTA, at least. It's for when he gets out of the combo and has like a quarter health or less. He just had way too much there. And the reason why I went with the consistent strats is because of the split. Look at this. PB had a 442. My gold is a 418. So that is the biggest gulf between PB and gold, I think, still on these splits. Maybe chapter 13 is worse now. I don't know. But I knew that I didn't need a good chapter 15. I just needed an okay one. And I would still save like 10 seconds, which I did. So that was why I went for like the safe strats here. Arena boss 5. Probably good. Alternatively, I could just do this one over and over again. I think I'd rather practice in the real arena. But regardless, I need more practice, but that didn't end up being the problem. I went for exactly the strat that I wanted to, and I still saved like 12 seconds there. So even with I think a worse train than in my previous PB. But definitely like something where I could save a lot of time.
Oh, shaking.
This is bad.
This was the funniest part of the whole stream.
I'm sorry, Peter.
Was
You weren't to
like
blame
right
for the
here.
accident.
What, or I think it's here.
Wait.
Cost Rosie her life.
Hang on.
Now I must set things right.
There he is. He did it. It was him. The Mountain Dew Rhino. It was him all along.
That shit fucking cracks me up. This was fun. Looking over this run. Definitely, honestly, I think next stream I'm just going back to any percent. I'm being real. I'm still in the mood. I can feel the fire, the passion for it. I just want to play it more. So I think, and I still need to be in. I have an excuse for it too because I need to be in practice for SDAT. So I think that's the plan. Yeah, I am sure. That's gonna be fun. Plus, I looked at like how long I grinded, and I didn't grind for that long. Like I did. There's more pizza percent streams for when I was grinding that than there are any percent as far as recency goes. It's like 5. It took like 5 streams to get that PB, which isn't that much. Yeah, I could feel it. OBS is weird sometimes. I don't know. But I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. I think that's gonna be. It's I got for 3 hours. That's not that short of a stream, but I just wanted to just have a stream that was just like talking about how cool this run is, and I think we've done that pretty well. So there he is. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. I think I'm probably gonna put the analysis, quote unquote, if you want to call it that, of the run on my second channel. But yeah, thanks for watching his shit, and peace out. Have a good one.